scholars, welcome to my school channel. Right here in this channel, we'll be tackling the JAMB past question for the subject English year 2012. Please do not go anywhere, stay with us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school channel. So right now we'll be tackling question 81 to 96. Now let's begin with question 81. Answer the following question below and choose the option that has the stress on the first syllable. So option A, we have madam. Okay, from my pronunciation you can tell that option A is the answer by just pronouncing the word correctly. So the correct pronunciation is madam with the stress on the first syllable ma. So option B, 18. Okay, 18. So we have a non-stress syllable and then a stress syllable. So the stress on option B, in option B rather, is in the second syllable. Option C, invent, second syllable. Option D, command, second syllable also. So we have option A, madam, as the correct answer to this question. Question 82. Answer the following question below and choose the option that has the stress on the first syllable. Option A, 19. Option B, mother. Option C, estate. Option D, announce. Now we see from my pronunciation that option B has the stress on the first syllable, being mother. Okay, so mother is stressed on the first syllable, as opposed to option A, C, and D, which has a stress on the second syllable. So therefore option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 83. Answer the following question below and choose the option that has the stress on the first syllable. Option A, commute. Option B, functioning as a verb, that is import. Okay, option C, intend. Option D, functioning as a noun, export. Okay, so the answer to this question is option D, because the word is functioning as a noun, and so for a noun it should be stressed on the first syllable. Export. But if it's functioning as a verb, then it is export. Okay, this option can also function as a noun, but in this case it is a verb. That is why it is stressed on the second syllable. So if it's a noun, it should be pronounced as import. Import. But for a verb, it is import. Okay, so there are several other examples like that. Two-syllabic words functioning as a noun and a verb. But the only difference is with the pronunciation. More examples are increase, that is a noun. Increase, that is a verb. Decrease, that is a noun. Decrease is a verb. We have present and present. Okay, we have exploit and exploit. So there are various examples. You can find out about it and equip yourself more. Okay, so the answer to this question is option D. Question 84. Answer the following question below. The word in capital letter has the emphatic stress. Choose the option to which the given sentence relates. The traditional chief narrated the story to the children. Option A, the children heard the story from the traditional chief. Option B, who narrated the story to the children? Option C, the children could not listen to the story by the traditional chief. Option D, did the chief have the story from the children? So the answer to this question is option D, that the chief had the story from the children. When tackling questions like this, that is emphatic questions, there are two things you need to note. Okay, there are two things that have to be visible in the option. The first one is the statement has to be an interrogative expression or an interrogative statement. What is an interrogative statement? Any statement that asks question, that is in form of question. So we can see did the chief, this is questioning. Did the chief is questioning, and you can see a question mark in this expression. Okay, so number two you need to note is the word emphasize, which is a verb here, must contradict the verb used in the option. So we can see hide is used in the option, which is quite different. They are contradicting. Okay, so therefore option D is the correct answer to this question. Now let's take a look at option A. The children heard the story. It is different, it contradicts, but then it is not a question. Okay, it's just a statement. Okay, option B, who narrated, who is a question. It is a question, but then narrated has been used, which is the same. It doesn't contradict. So option C, the children could not listen. Okay, listen contradicts with this, but this is a statement. It is not a question. So option D is the best answer to this question. Question 85. Answer the following question below. The word in capital letter has the emphatic stress. Choose the option to which the given sentence relates. The accountant paid the workers' July salary in September. Option A. When were the workers paid? Option B. Did the cashier pay the workers' salary in September? Option C. Workers received their July salary in September. Option D. The September salary was paid in July. The answer to this question is option B. Did the cashier pay the worker's salary in September? Now, do not forget that I said that there are two things you need to take note when attempting questions like this. You need to take note if it's an interrogative statement, and number two, the word emphasized must contradict the word in the options. Okay, so we can see that from the explanation I've just stated. Okay, option B perfectly fits this. Okay, option B is an interrogative question, and also cashier has been used in place of accountant. So the answer to this question is option B. Question 86. The cat devoured the rat. Option A. Did the rat devour the cat? Option B. What devoured the rat? Option C. Did the cat eat the rat? Option D. Is this the rat that the cat devoured? Okay, so the answer to this question is option C. Now, why is it option C? Option C, it asks, I said there are two things you need to note. It must be in form of a question. So, did the cat eat the rat is a question, as well as option A, B, and C. Then we are left with the contradictory aspect. So, devoured has been used in option A. It doesn't matter if the tense was changed. Okay, if the word is devoured and you see devouring and you see devour, it's still under the same. It's the same. Okay, it should be classified as the same. What devoured the rat? Devoured is used, and option D, devoured, is also maintained. But when you see option C, you see the word eat. Okay, the controversy in this question is it should be the same with devoured. It's a similar meaning. No, they are different words. Okay, devoured, it can be used in different contexts. It can be used in different contexts. So in this case, devoured and it are two different words. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Do not forget to take practice questions with our simulated JAMB CBT past questions. All you need to do is you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you can download Myschool mobile app for your Android phones and Myschool software for your computers and laptop. Please go ahead and download and start practicing. Moving on to question 87. However, question 87 to 96 comes with a passage, that is a register. So I would advise you click on the link in the description below. It also takes you to the Myschool website. There you can have access to the complete passage. Please read carefully, or you could pause this video as it is being displayed on the screen. Do not forget that the aim is to read carefully for a better understanding. Now moving on to question 87. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap numbered 16. Option A, in the penultimate. Option B, in the first. Option C, around. Option D, 4. The answer to this question is option B, in the first. Now, why is it in the first? When you read this passage, you discover that the passage is about miscarriage and the various health issues and complications that come with miscarriages. So, in this part labeled 16, we see that the word that can be used in that gap or to fill in that gap is a word that is attached to or that describes the early stage of pregnancy or the beginning or the first stage, and we see that in the first best suits this description. So option B is the correct answer to this question. I believe you are enjoying this content. If yes, do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and then tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos. Question 88. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap numbered 17. Option A, type. Option B, cause. Option C, period. Option D, symptom. Okay, so the answer to this question is option D, symptom. Now, why is it symptom? The part labeled 17 is meant to describe something that indicates a common disease. Now, when you read this passage, you see that this part talks about a future of miscarriage, that is vaginal bleeding, and this is a future that indicates a particular disease that indicates a miscarriage, and that is what symptom is. Symptom is a particular future that indicates a common disease. So option D, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. Question 89. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap numbered 18. Option A, clearly. Option B, naturally. Option C, directly. Option D, medically. Okay, so the part labeled 18 comes before the word identifiable. So something is not identifiable. Now, it's not medically, it's not directly, it's not naturally, but the choice of word that will be appropriate in that context is clearly. So the tissues are not clearly identifiable. Okay, so the answer to this question is option A, clearly. Question 90. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 19. Option A, painfully. Option B, frequently. Option C, gradually. Option D, commonly. The answer to this question is option B, frequently. Now, why is it frequently? The gap numbered 19 is meant to describe passing of urine more regularly. So the word synonymous to the word regularly is option B, frequently. So option B, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. Question 91. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 20. Option A, prevented. Option B, managed. Option C, discovered. Option D, stopped. The answer to this question is option C, discovered. Now, in this part labeled 20, it's used to describe sin, when you see something with a scan, a routine scan. So in that context, it says that some miscarriages do not come with symptoms, while some miscarriages have to be discovered through a routine scan. So option C is the answer to this question because it fits into that context appropriately. So option C, discovered, is the correct answer. Question 92. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 21. Option A, pregnancy. Option B, incubation. Option C, mating. Option D, fertilization. Okay, so the gap number 21 is supposed to describe the combination of egg and sperm, and that is fertilization. So option D, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. Are there questions on your mind you would like to ask? You can go ahead and ask your questions by using the link provided in the description below. Please click on this link. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you can ask as many questions as possible and solutions will be provided to you within a short period of time. Now, moving on to question 93. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 22. Option A, occurred. Option B, enlarged. Option C, continued. Option D, emerged. Okay, so the part labeled or numbered 22 is meant to describe something that has taken place. Okay, and taking place is synonymous to the word occurred. Okay, so it is difficult to know why the fusion or fertilization has occurred or taken place. So option A is the correct answer to this question. Do you have better steps, explanation, or solutions to any of this question? If yes, feel free to use the comment section below. Indicate the question and the solutions you would like to share. Question 94. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 23. Option A, syndrome. Option B, process. Option C, response. Option D, system. Okay, so the gap number 23 is meant to describe the body and the processes involved in body resistance to harmful substances or infection. So the answer to this question is option D, system. And then the word before gap number 23 is immune. So that is immune system. So option D is the correct answer to this question. Question 95. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 24. Option A, increase. Option B, starts. Option C, reduces. Option D, appears. So the gap number 24 is meant to describe a rise in the amount or quantity or size. So we can see that increase clearly defines this. So option A is the answer to this question. Question 96. Choose the most appropriate answer in the gap number 25. Option A, complicated. Option B, advanced. Option C, multiple. Option D, confirmed. So the answer to this question is multiple. Okay, the gap number 25 is meant to describe involving or having several parts or having several members. Okay, so in this context, we see that a woman is at high risk of miscarriage when there's multiple pregnancy, which involves twins. So the answer to this question is option C, multiple. We've come to the end of this wonderful segment, and I believe you enjoyed every bit of it. Please do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and then tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.